Hi and welcome to the July blog for Model Collector magazine. Thanks for joining me. Straight away let me show you my model of the month, my first favourite. It's Norev Citroën DS23 Palace, the goddess, so synonymous with French design. What I really like about this model, not least, is the fact that it's £40, which is very good value for a 1/18th model, but also the fact that they haven't actually gone through all the whistles and stops. The boot doesn't open, the back doors don't open. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's nothing very fancy, and I'm saying, well, actually it means that the model has better integrity and the design and shape of the line is better. Of course it's got front opening doors, and through there you can see fantastic interior with leather effect seats that you would expect plush leather on a French Citroën, and beautiful carpet interior. They've got a nicely detailed engine as well. Don't know why I said French Citroën. I don't think there's any other version of Citroën. Quite gorgeous model, really lovely. The chrome is good, the paint is fantastic, and they've even reproduced that fantastic soft squishy Citroën suspension. £40, I think it's money well spent. If you're into Citroëns, or if you just like, you know, classic iconic car design, this has got to be it for you. Right, the next one is a little bit of nostalgia. Joal, a Spanish company. Now, in the 60s they copied a lot of Dinky models, so you can see directly that this is a copy of the Dinky Blornox bulldozer. This is a reissue of their copy. I adore it. I mean, I like the Blornox bulldozer. It's wonderful nostalgia, lovely and clunky, but it works. You know, all the whole hinged bit here and all the business, wonderful. And only £16, so well worth looking out for. If you can't afford the Dinky version, go for this because it looks beautiful. I love it to bits. Now, Aviation Archive. This is the Fokker D7. Beautiful model now. They've got a lovely metal mesh grille here. They've improved the wood effect for the propeller. Fantastic model of the pilot and the machine guns and the whole assembly here, as well as these most gorgeous and authentic markings. Now, this may not appeal to everybody who thinks, oh well, all military aircraft should be green or whatever, but that's how they were in 1914, 1918. Now, from what I understand, the World War I series models haven't been doing quite as well as the rest of the Aviation Archive, which I think is a great shame, but it does mean that you may find it discounted. At the moment, we're looking around about £39. So look long and hard. If you're going to go for one, you might find one a little bit cheaper than that. But it's a beautiful model, and I thoroughly recommend it. Now, Oxford Diecast have been giving us lots and lots of interesting models. This is obviously an older moulding, but still superb. But it's the subject matter that really got me. It's the Royal Ulster Constabulary. Now, that's a touchy point. I mean, for the last 30-40 years we've had all the conflict in Northern Ireland, and only now are people starting to produce models or going back to that time. This is obviously Series 1, so it had been fairly early on, post-war. Beautifully finished, lovely grey and silver contrasting. My favourite Series 1, I think, at the moment, and quite, for £10, quite superb. And such an interesting subject to pick. So Royal Ulster Constabulary. Now we come on to something which is, yeah, it's expensive. Now this is £90, but my goodness, what a beautiful model. It's bizarre. The other side of Spark models. Cast in resin, the most fantastic sheen and finish to it. Beautiful transfers, or printing, whichever. The parachute stacks here, the exhaust system, the air intake for the jet engine. It's just gorgeous. Now, of course, you do probably have a choice. There are quite a few different versions of Thrust 2 and other land speed record vehicles, but I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find one quite as good as this. And I think it's going to hold its value in the future. It's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful stuff. And finally, once again, I'm going to Spark, and I make no apologies because they are one of my favourite manufacturers at the moment. The AC Cobra. This is from Le Mans in 1963. It's correct, it's got a hard top. That was an emergency that AC actually, well, Shelby AC Cobra, they actually did, because it was the only way they could get more speed out of the car by making it have a hard top. So they even knocked a hole in the roof so they could stick a great big pipe through to fill the petrol tanks. Thoroughly, you know, illegal nowadays, but that was the way it was in '63. It's a beautiful model. You can see just about every rivet you want to. All the separate little catches and little pieces all around the bodywork, all separately added. And it's around about, I think it's £40. And I know, once again, yeah, £40 for one single model, but if you're going to get an AC Cobra, you might as well get the best. And I really do think that Sparks versions of the AC Cobra are the best. Anyway, remember, any of these models, a lot of these models are up for prizes. We give out 10 prizes every month for model of the month, etc., etc. So do please enter, because it could easily pay for your subscription with one model. And you don't even need a stamp, you can enter online. So get entering that competition, good luck, and I'll see you in August. Many thanks, bye bye.